You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark fans. Let's put it that way, because she has come out and she has deemed it, quote, super annoying at how the league has had a sudden rise of interest. What is the IQ of these players? They're super jealous because they know this league grew for one reason and one player only. Same reason the NBA is trying to get her in the All-Star game. Now, arguably the most popular player in all of men's or women's basketball. And we're talking about Caitlin Clark. And A'ja Wilson is annoyed by how the league grew. I'm baffled. I mean, they went from a $60 million television contract to a $260 million a year television contract. And these players are mad. Also, A'ja Wilson is not playing in Unrivaled, much like Caitlin Clark's not. But there's been a story surfaced by way of Sports Business Journal that is baffling, and it is getting absolutely crushed right now because nobody believes it. I mean, you want to talk about smelling like bullshit? This story smells like bullshit. Now, we all know Caitlin Clark turned the league down, right? Well, this source close to A'ja Wilson is claiming they offered A'ja Wilson more money than Caitlin Clark to play in this league. Now, look, guys, if that happened, we want to talk about this league having been doomed and DOA because Caitlin Clark's not going to play in it. Nobody's going to watch. If this financially is run this poorly, and they don't understand marketing, they don't understand ratings this badly, whether it's somebody with TNT Sports or the league or both, oh, this league is hell. I don't. What's worse than being dead on arrival? I don't know what it could be, but this would be the dumbest decision ever. What if they did do this? Caitlin heard about it and said, "Nah, go bleep yourselves." I know. I've seen the ratings. A'ja Wilson's drawing 450,000 viewers, and I'm drawing 2.5 million or 3 million. Yeah, wow. Okay. So while ESPN reported that this afternoon, a couple days ago, that Clark decided to pass on Unrival's inaugural 3-month season starting January 17, with sources recently telling SBJ that Clark's offer was $1 million plus equity in the business, other sources are now telling SBJ they, quote, believe, and you'll believe anything, I mean, surely this is bullshit, Wilson's offer was more money than Caitlin Clark, although that is unconfirmed. Either way, Wilson was determined to take the winter off. It goes on to talk about that she wanted to rest her body. Quote, I believe they offered more than Caitlin Clark because I know what they offered A'ja. They have a lot of money, and they offered her a lot of money. And I was even like, oh, you sure you don't want to do this? But I also understand that she really values the offseason. That's where she has risen her game. And it talks about the fact that when she comes back from the offseason, that she's better. A'ja Wilson's better at her game. Well, fans saw this, and they're not buying it. So to say this story got destroyed, yeah, a lot of people believe this may be A'ja Wilson's source or SBJ's source close to A'ja Wilson. This person even said, my first thought, honestly, I almost forgot about this buster. Yeah, I mean, that freak, whatever that is, nobody is getting more than Caitlin. Seriously. I mean, come on. A'ja is a gifted, high-impact player on the court, but nobody gives a shit about her brand or off-court persona. Did you see how many people showed up to watch Caitlin Clark play golf? With actual attention economics at play, Caitlin's participation in any league has an existential bearing. Nobody outside of Asia herself cares about whether Asia shows up. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Laughing my ass off. Y'all are wrong as hell for this. Nobody buys it. Source. I made this up. A source close to Wilson. People really believe it. It's this person right here. That whatever that is, actually, yeah. Well, I'm not watching it either. Calling bullshit on the circa 1999 Nokia phone. Yeah. That's wild. That's wild. That's crazy because literally nobody asked, and sources close to Asia Wilson decided to answer anyway. This person's talking about the fact that ESPN was blowing up notifications about Clark not joining the league, and Asia wasn't even a footnote. I mean, that's I've made a point, guys, because of that narrative and everything that Asia Wilson did earlier in the season. I have made a point to really pay attention to Vegas ratings. They're dog shit. They're not good. They never really improved at all, to be quite honest with you. And one of the reasons is crap just like this, folks. So the league was up 94%, up to 94% full for their arenas, all right? That was up 17%. And, of course, it wrapped its season with sold-out and record-breaking viewership on games, a staggering 170% increase, averaging 1.2 million viewers. But Asia Wilson was super annoyed by that. Despite an illustrative growth that had taken the WNBA to another level, the Time MVP felt, quote, super annoyed. Well, it's not just people watching more games, they're talking about it more. Well, that's how you get the growth. You've got to become part of the water cooler conversation. Hey, man, did you see Caitlin Clark play last night? God, man, that dish. I mean, she was dropping the whole nine, right? Did you see what Dejanay Carrington did last night, acting like an idiot? That's part of it. It's all part of it. These players like Asia Wilson are so jealous that it was not them that moved the needle in this league. Quote, I felt like the growth was just like it wasn't creeping growth that we were used to, basically virtually no growth. But it was like, no, we're taking a leap. I'm not going to lie, it was super annoying sometimes because you constantly feel like you have to reprove yourself. Cry me a river. I mean, people weren't watching and they didn't know about you, nor did they care. That's what the core WNBA fans that were actually watching, the activist fans, as I want to refer to them as, that's why they were so mad that they just got an influx of 3 million new viewers. Well, you didn't do this for Taurasi. You didn't do it for Wilson. Sorry, nobody cared. It's just the way it is. You got somebody that literally walked into the WNBA finally with the likability and marketability of one Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And it was like, oh, she's a shooting star. She's a phenom. She drew the people in. And these players would rather live off the NBA's dime than actually watch their league, mad because there was a huge leap in interest. Do you know how insecure you've got to be? This is a 2-time MVP. You got to be really damn petty to not want your league to grow so you can make television revenue and make a higher salary. These players aren't this dumb. I used to think, oh, they're dumb. They're not. They would rather just keep getting subsidized by the NBA, the league's never turned a profit, than to have the league grow because of a straight white girl. All there is to it. I'm calling it. I'm calling it exactly like, yeah. I don't know who this source was on that Unrivaled bullshit, but that's just what it is. This league is wild. These players, I just shake my head. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.